Okay, so we will be starting our simulator. So our initial condition is cold ship, since this is the one requested. So in cold ship starting, so everything starts from scratch. So from fuel, we don't have any heating, cooling, so fresh ship. So it is from dry dock. So you're going to start your power plant from the very beginning, giving power, then supplying your heat, okay, fuel, and your cooling system. So cold ship, then press F1 to start. So as you can see, it is running already. Then we're going press home, and we're going to our emergency generator. First thing we need to do is to start our emergency generator. So in our emergency generator, everything is ready. So all you need to do is to check the system. So from your fuel line, going to check it. From your cooling, so this is your lubricating oil. So everything is fine, everything's okay. So this pump is coupled, it is connected to your engine. So there are two ways on how you're gonna start your emergency generator. First is by battery, so this is your controller, and the other one is by accumulator. So since if we're going to start it by battery, we'll just be pressing start, and para pahirapan ng konti yung sarili natin, we will be using accumulator. Okay, how we're going to start? Simply by pumping oil. Okay, raising the pressure to your accumulator, then we're going to press start. So we're going to pump it manually, hand pump. We're going to wait until the pressure succeeds at least 150. It's fine. So while waiting, so 150, that's okay. I'm going to switch it off, and I'm going to press start. Okay, so as you can see, you have your RPM. Okay, so your emergency generator is running. We're going to connect the breaker by pressing this 070 or by pressing home and electric power plant. Okay, so let's go back to emergency generator, then press 70. So this is your emergency generator. So this is the electrical power plant. This is our bus bar. We're going to connect it. Okay, first is by switching on the voltage controller. So the voltage controller must be set to 440 volts. Okay, that is 440, then switch it on. Okay, as you can see, you have your voltage, you have your frequency, then you are ready to put your emergency generator into your emergency bus bar. So simply by switching your breaker to in. Okay, we're going to our emergency bus bar, that's 073. Okay, so this is your feeder panel for your emergency switchboard. Again, that is number 073, number 73. We're just putting in all our essential machineries. So we have our emergency transformer, air compressor, which will be needing when we're going to start our diesel generator number 1. So you have your lighting panel. Just don't switch on the spare because that's a spare, not unless you have something in there. Okay, and don't forget to switch in or put in our transformer to our feeder. Okay, since we have our power already, we'll be going to our generator. So home and diesel generator number 1. So this is our diesel generator number 1. Again, same with our emergency generator, we'll be checking fuel lines, cooling water, lubricating oil, and our starting air. It is because by this time we will be using our air to start our diesel generator. So someone's calling me. I'll be pausing this. So I'm back. First, we're going to set our cooling together with our preheater for our engine. So it is simply by switching on our preheater, which is set at 75 degrees Celsius. Switch it on, then put it into auto. Okay. After that one, we're going to our seawater system here. And we're going to have our freshwater cooler for our diesel generator. So we'll be using our high suction sea chest. Why high suction? Because we are at port. Again, we're using high suction when we are at the port. So when we're at sea, when we're at open sea, we're using our low sea chest. We're going to switch, open the valve, and trace. So this is our pump. We'll not be starting it yet. We're going to trace it going to our diesel generator 1 and 2 so that it will be ready. And our overboard and our intermediate here. We'll be starting our auxiliary pump. Again, we're going back to our diesel generator number 1. So our cooling system, our preheater is switched on. Next, we'll be charging lube oil to our lube oil sump tank because it is low level. So we have low level here, we have low pressure here. So this is our starting air, this is our storage tank, and this is going to sump tank. We're going to fill it by simply opening the valve. So hintayin lang natin. Ako, sanay naman ako maghintay. Yung mga hindi makapaghintay, hindi nyo ito magagawa. It needs a lot of patience. Maganda naman ang outcome. Okay, so I think that's enough. We're going to close this one. We're going to set our lubricating oils, our lubricating lines, okay, by checking the line. Then after the filter, we have our valves here. We'll just be opening one, okay. One is enough, isa lang, wag na ang dalawa, okay. Huwag niyong pagsasabayin, hindi magandang gawain yan. Isa lang, isa lang, stick to one, okay. Then we will be starting our pre-lubricating pump. So this one is our pre-lubricating pump. The difference between these two pumps is this pump is coupled to your engine while the pre-lubricating pump has its own electric motor. So we'll be switching this on by clicking and putting it into automatic. We have our lube oil, we have our cooling, okay. The next one is the starting air. So we're going to our starting air system, that is 059, and we are going to fill our emergency starting air tank. So check the line from our pump, from our compressor. We have our line here. So we're going to open the valve from here and the outlet going to your diesel generator 1 and number 2. We're going to fill this one by starting our emergency air compressor. So we're going back to our cooling. Switch on our freshwater cooler. We're going to our cooler and we're going for our lines. Just want to check. So this is our next step when we started our first generator. Aayusin natin to. Again, we're going back to diesel generator number 1, starting air. Okay. We'll be waiting. Again, maghihintay na naman tayo kung gaano man yung katagal. It's up to you. If you're willing to wait, if not, don't operate. So while waiting, we're going to our home button, page down, pump control, and emergency air compressor. We're going to set it to automatic so we don't have any problem. Okay, we're going back to our generator number 1 since it will stop automatically, so never mind one. We're going to set our fuel system. So our fuel system, it must be on our diesel oil. Since our fuel is not yet set, wala pa tayong steam. So simply by opening the valves before the pump and after the pump, before the filter, again, isa lang. Huwag nyo nang pagsabayin. Dapat lagi kayong may reserba. Okay, so we're going to check our diesel oil service tank. So from our service tank, we have our shut-off valve here. This is a quick closing valve in case of emergency. We're going to switch it on and switch on the line going to our diesel generator 1 and number 2. Go back to diesel generator number 1. So now the only problem that we have is our starting air system. We will be waiting. 10 bars is okay. We can start our generator at 10 bars. Okay, we can start it at 10, but I don't want to do it. I'll wait up until the low level alarm at 10.56, then 10.7, 10.8, 10.9, 11. So start natin. Hindi na ako mapaghintay. So I'm going to press start.